KT7 up here. Today I am going to showcase Thancred from FF14 Rerun. He got the FFT treatment with stats and ability upgrades. He is definitely a usable unit now. Let's go over how you can obtain him first. If you don't have him already, you will get him on day 3 of the event. The login bonus consists of 200 Thancred shards and 40 FF14 mind spheres. To get additional shards for him, you will need to exchange for the FF14 pull tickets. We can exchange up to 10 tickets per day for 30 plus days. There is a chance to pull Thancred the unit or his shards. Anywhere from 5 to 20 each slot. 40 Thancred shards and 80 mind spheres are also available for exchange. The 80 shard guild purchase will be available as well. His shards are very accessible and free, be sure not to miss them. Next is Master Ability 3. The upgrades are AoE Resistance Penetration 30, Agility Increase 10%, and Accuracy plus 10. These are really good, he really needs the agility to keep up. His 140 upgrades are Accuracy 25, Debuff Weakening 25, Crit Evade 15, and upgrade to his Super Bolide 2. With his MA3 and 140 upgrade, Thancred can be very accurate. I was able to get into 51 times reincarnation just with the handout shards and spheres. I had about 300 mind spheres left over from the last time though. Next his stats upgrades. He got some huge boosts, HP at 5384, second highest in the game, only behind Hero King Mont. Attack, Dex, and Luck also got a significant bump. With this much luck and accuracy, he can be your evade hunter. However, he did not get an LB, which I think is fine. With all the upgrades, his kit is already pretty well rounded. Moving over to the FF14 equipments. The gun blade replica is the only weapon Thancred can equip. I highly recommend the aim type. The general ability is slash attack 15. For Thancred only, he also gets light attack 30, slash penetration 30, and AoE resistance 8. The Bale Burgeonet at plus 6 gives the user pierce resistance 15 and disable resistance 40. I recommend either the vital or shield type. This helm is not that good, it is totally fine if you skip it. The Bale Gauntlet at plus 6 gives everyone magic resistance 8 and unit resistance 8. For Thancred only, initial AP 20, debuff weakening 10, and reduce physical damage taken by 8%. The HP for this item is too low to be useful, but if you are building one, go with the aim type. Thancred's weapon type resistances are really strong. 20 to slash and pierce, 35 to strike and missile. His magic resistance is still in the negative, at minus 15, but that's fine, his aura can help him mitigate magic damage. He does not have any curse resistance, be sure to give him the proper Trust Stone passive. 50 Faith is fine for him. Next is the one-sheet summary of all his upgrades. Both his main support abilities got significant upgrades. Camouflage 2 now also gives him slash penetration 40, unit resistance 20, and all wide guard 15. Nebula has 40 reaction block rate, and hate 7 on top of the 15 pierce res. These two are his best support, and the only two that matter in his whole kit. I won't waste your time reading the upgrades to you, as they are already in the global news. I will just give you a brief summary. He got a HP auto heal back, a sure hit attack, courage removal, and unit resistance in peril. His aura effects are reduce magic damage taken by 30% and type chain resistance up 40. His aura includes Thancred as well. He can take quite a few magic attacks with this active. There are a couple more things I want to point out. The first thing is his AI priority. Thancred will use no mercy on this turn 1, meaning his aura is on turn 2. If you give him a group TMR buff, he will use that first over all his own buffs. The other thing I want to bring attention to is his rough drive attack. It is a sure hit now and it covers a much larger area than before. This is an awesome attack. Okay, moving to his equipments, Esper and Trust Stone. The gun blade replica is the only weapon he can equip. Should you want to boost his resistance to a particular weapon type, you can give him another defensive item. In the second slot, the survival vest is the best choice, but I often give him the Alex ring or the marshmallow hat for more accuracy. The Pod 153 is a happy medium with some agility and good accuracy. In the TMR slot, I think OG Alaya's TMR the most. It has good agility, decent accuracy, and a diamond-shaped null berserk buff. This is perfect for evade hunting. You can always turn off the ability if you don't need it. The best Espers for him are Sildra and regular Odin, both have good accuracy. Sildra is also wind element and has earth killer, great for going up against Rikku. The giant Cactuar is another good one for him, it has good damage, 15 physical wide guard, and 15 curse resistance to protect his auto heal back. The tank Espers are okay too. For his trust stones, luck set on the left, and agility on the right. I don't use vital and aim set that often, even when I am building him for accuracy. You will see why later. Passives shown here are for equipments showing at the bottom. Be sure to give him stun, berserk and curse resistance on the left. Next are the two new VCs. The first one is not free, it has the standard hollow VC banners. It supports Sword Knight, Great Sword and Gun. That's Hero King Mont, Yuna and Thancred. The stats are HP 322, Luck 15, Attack 140 and 3 Agility. 15 Luck and 3 Agility are great. The party abilities are Attack 60%, Spirit 12, and 20 Magic Wide Guard. The bestowed effects are Attack 10% and Accuracy 15. Hollow party ability is for Guild Battle, gives the group 15 crit rate. VC Mastery are Missile Resistance 2, and 1 Defense. This card is great to increase the accuracy for the unit holding it. The Magic Wide Guard 20 for the group is great as well. This VC is very good to have but not a must-have in my opinion. It is mostly a sub-slot card in the Hero King, Cloud and Yuna combo arriving in about a month. But definitely a main slot card for Mono Light with Thancred, Yuna and Veritas of Light. The second collab VC is a free get. You will still need to buy or exchange for the Shards. It supports Sword Warrior, Bow, Staff Black Mage, and Book. The stats are HP 288, Magic 165, and Spirit 5. Party abilities are Magic Attack 24, Debuff Weakening 20, and Spirit Penetration 25. The bestowed effects are Magic 10% and Unit Resistance 10. Hollow party ability is for quest content, gives the group 25% max HP. VC Mastery is Fire Attack 3, and Defense 2. This card is just okay. It is almost certainly a sub-slot card in all situations. The 25 Spirit Penetration is great for XDeath, but I don't think it makes the cut for the top 6 VCs for a XDeath team. Alright, let's move on to sample teams. The first team I am showing is the Evade Hunting team with Ashen King and Lucielle. You might be think why not Resnick, she has an accuracy buff and the VCs have better synergies. Both of these points are correct. However, when going up against a Rikku, Venera and Lucielle team, you don't want to get double turned. Thancred is already a slower unit, with the Evade girls hasted, he is going to get lapped and chained down real quick. Having my own Lucielle can avoid that from happening. Also notice, Thancred has agility set Trust Stone instead of aim. In this setup, Thancred's hit rate is 481%. He could still struggle if the enemy Rikku and Venera are max reincarnated plus active luck buff. Their evasion rate is about 450% under those conditions. From my experience, he can survive long enough for the buffs to fade out and land the final blow. Or he can clean up with his sure hit attack. Ashen King is also on agility set Trust Stone, his accuracy is at 511%. With his plus 30 hit rate attack, he can land hits on the most evasive units very reliably even with all their buffs active. He also has innate 50 stun resistance, the perfect unit to go against Venera. The most important thing to keep in mind is don't get berserk or stunned. For reference, if you give Thancred aim set Trust Stone, his hit rate would be at 496%. If SummerGlaciela is around to buff him, it will be at 526%. That's more than enough to land hits on the Evade girls. This whole setup is possible because of Melnia's VC. The 2-in-1 card with unit resistance and agility opens up a main slot for accuracy. Ashen King is holding the new FF14 VC in his main slot to boost his hit rate with 15 luck from card stat and 15 accuracy from bestowed. However, the Magic Wide Guard does not help in the Evade matchup. The Trials of Mana card has 20 physical wide guard, but Ashen King will have about 10% less hit rate if the cards were to switch around. Unfortunately, these VCs are pretty set in stone. The only card that can be replaced without lowering the team's accuracy is the mana card. The Giant Cactuar or new Lucio's card can take its place. Team number 2 is the most fun Thancred team with Yuna and Veritas of the Light. Thancred's bruising ability truly shines in this setup. He can take more than a few hits and dish back really good damage. Veritas of Light has X-Death as TMR to increase her movement and damage reduction for 2 hits. This TMR is my new favorite. It can help units move into attack range sooner with some protection. It works really well with Veritas of Light to make up for her shorter range and take full advantage of her bulk. In this setup, Thancred has 68 unit resistance, 28 AoE resistance along with 15 physical wide guard and 35 magic wide guard. His penetrations are above average as well. Thancred and Veritas are my frontline units, and Yuna just follow up. This is a really fun team to watch. Next are a couple more of Thancred teams. These are not teams I recommend for him. The semi-evade team is possible, but I don't see when this team is actually useful. And lastly, the traditional light team with Cloud and Yuna. The lack of a physical-based unit resistance VC really holds Thancred back. If you are looking to run a mono light team, go with Veritas instead of Cloud. You can switch the VCs around if you don't have the job cards in the previous slide. Alright, that's all the teams I have prepared for today. Let's go to sample matches, while I go over some thoughts on the unit. They done a very solid job to upgrade Thancred. He reminds me a lot of Dwayne back in his heydays. A pseudo-tank that has innate hate to dictate initial movements, and above average penetrations to dish out good damage. They gave him a lot of offensive utilities as well. Thancred is by no means a meta unit, but he can definitely have success against a lot of meta teams out there when built properly. The first match of the day is against a top-tier evasion team. Thancred has OG Allia's TMR to nullify Berserk for the team. He will lose out on his aura buff, but that is fine. It is not really needed against a physical team, though the type chain resistance could be useful. I just had to pick my poison. Second match of the day is my mono light team against Hero King Mont. This is a longer map, so Thancred can use 3 buffs before getting into attack range. Giving him a group TMR buff can manage his movement so he is not in the front line all alone. You can see how good a bruiser he is in this match. I will have my FF5 rerun priority video next. That's all I have for today. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.
アードラの未来皆で掴み取るぞ腕の見せ所だユナ行きますこんなこともあろうかと悪い勝たせてもらう決着の時だ誰も死なせない援護感謝する倒れるものかよ僕たちは必ず勝つこんなこともあろうかと こは私に任せてもらおう。守りを固める。まずはここを切り抜ける。手強い。僕の全てを出し切るんだ。私が切り開くよ。それ。狙った相手は逃がさない。無駄な抵抗はやる。じゃあ。切り開くよ。誰も死なせない。こいつを試してみるか。狙った相手は逃がさない。ユーナ、参ります。無駄な抵抗はやめろ。